his professional record, 32 victories including 31 knockouts with only one defeat. Tonight, he comes to the ring prepared to step through the threshold of greatness. From Kiev, Ukraine, the fighter with a PhD, the #1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, the former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Dr. Iron Fist Vitaly Klitschko. He captured Olympic gold, and now, as a professional, he has a record of 40 victories, including 31 knockouts against 2 defeats with 1 draw. And by way of rematch, he is one of the few fighters in boxing history to have defeated every opponent he has ever faced. From London, England, the linear, legitimate, universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox.
Listen to my commands, shake hands, and await the bout. Good luck to both of you.
Will Lewis tried to jump on Klitschko early on. He's been very, very aggressive usually when he's fought big men. Looking for that right hand straight away. Klitschko with his awkward but sometimes effective style gets in with the right hand as they work it close. Who establishes control with the jab. Watch for that as it gets untied at 7. It's Lewis who has the reach advantage of about 6 inches. It's a huge 84-inch wingspan.
Politically strong he is.
Maybe he's feeling the strength of Klitschko too. Gets there with the right hand that momentarily seemed to trouble Lewis. He hasn't got his jab going yet.
Well, the right hand is the danger punch.
Klitschko freezing early on. He's holding his own. Only 33 fights, and that was on an injury. It's a good start this by Klitschko, who rounds in a very good-looking right hand. He's getting the better of things in this opening round. And the right hand forces Lewis back. Signs of early problems, but Lewis has been there and done it so many times before. Only 4.5 pounds around. He's looking for the right hand over the top. Lewis does sometimes leave his left quite low and leaves himself open to that. And last, Lewis gets the jab working and an uppercut, but it was the challenger's opening round.
I think Klitschko's already breathing heavily after that first round. First round, which he was a little busier in, and he got through with a couple of nice shots like that right hand.
Hey, they haven't had enough of them. But this Staples Center had a thriller between Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya a couple of years back. Klitschko started well, but can Lewis get his jab going? Oh, there's a big right hand from Klitschko. This all week, I had no emotion, he said, when I heard him was fighting Lewis. And yet again, his quick hands troubling the long reigning champion. All week, I had no emotion, he said, when I heard I was fighting Lewis. And yet again, his quick hands troubling the long reigning champion. Taking this at 2 weeks' notice and gets him with the right hand. And Lewis wants to hold. He's hurt by that. He wanted to hold. Klitschko has got him a bit wobbly here. Lewis is in trouble here in round 2.
He can smile and say something, but he definitely got hurt by that shot. Lennox's chin is coming in the air.
All the makings of an upset early on here. Can Lewis turn this around again? He's hit with the right hand by this big, strong Ukrainian.
Lewis looking ponderous.
Happened when we saw the way, but there's a left jab of some authority by Lewis, and that rocked Klitschko momentarily. Stopped him in his tracks. It was a heavy, heavy shot. Best yet from Lewis. But Klitschko comes back again, and Lewis, his defense looks a bit leaky tonight.
Well, I think there's definitely ring rust there. He's looking slow and ponderous.
The longer this goes, it won't get any easier. Now the right hand and another one from Klitschko, who looks the boss at the moment. But you never know. This is the kind of fight where one punch
Good fight too, Klitschko, but he's walking on the punches as he comes forward.
Klitschko got there with a left hook as well. Lewis is trying to gamble with big shots. He's forgotten the jab, and he's leaving himself really open. He just looks a shadow of himself. authority and sharpness and snap. And Klitschko, at the moment, is looking the likely winner of this.
He's walking forward, trying to gamble, and he's leaving himself wide open. Klitschko's teeing up with big right hands like that. He just seems to be without any sort of game plan. He doesn't seem to know what he wants to do, Lennox.
Sure, it seems certain that a hook is going to get him in the end.
He's walking forward, trying to gamble, and he's leaving himself wide open. Klitschko's teeing up with big right hands like that. He just seems to be without any sort of game plan. He doesn't seem to know what he wants to do, Lennox.
Sure, it seems certain that a hook is going to get him in the end. He's beginning to show why in here. And now, Lewis goes for it. Is he going to show championship quality here with an all-out attack? Looks a bit of damage by Lewis's left eye. And there's a cut now by Klitschko's left. As he turns around, Klitschko is cut by the left eye.
Good work with the jab from Klitschko.
There'll be tremendous excitement in the city square in Kiev. I think 100,000 people were planning to gather to watch this. But Lewis isn't done with yet. Not quite.
This is back
Cut, Glenn.
He has, and we know he doesn't react well when he's injured. Quit the last time, he's only lost on an injury.
Well, he's going to have to show the right temperament and mentality tonight. He surely wouldn't quit in this situation, getting the better of things. Now Lewis starts to find the range with that jab. Is Klitschko going to be discouraged by the injury? This is where his... There's the jab again. Is there a turning of the tide in this round with the cut? He walked onto a right hand, Lewis, but walked straight through it, surprisingly.
The left in this round, he's got a plan, he knows what he's doing now.
They both look tired already. It's almost a case of which of these two oak trees will be the last standing in the forest.
Well, I think that cut has worried Klitschko.
They need to get to work on that and quickly. It's a really bad gash, and it's a shame. He was caught too with jabs, and once he got the jab going, he got some other punches going too, Lewis.
Well, that showed that right hand, that's what looked like where the cut was caused. We saw the blood there.
Klitschko has to go for it here.
Big right hand from Lewis.
He's mauling Klitschko as they work in close. There's no knockdown there. He missed with the left hand. Oh, and Klitschko then looks as if he tried to kick Lewis while on the floor. Lewis picks him up. Extraordinary. And the crowd burst into applause.
Lewis just looking for the big right hand. He senses victory.
There are moments here where they both look ready to go.
Lewis was caught a little short right hand, still dropping that left. Got to be careful in there.
What about Lewis's stamina, Glenn, at 18 stone 4.5, the most part in this round? It's been a good little comeback, this, from the Ukrainian, who's never mixed at this kind of level before.
He's just a little bit, nobody's ever doubted Lewis's heart.
Another big right hand. But Lewis gets back again with the jab. It's fascinating, this. You wouldn't like to call quick last few seconds of round 4. Klitschko just the busier. The two heavyweights who look like they've done 10 rounds already. Mick Patterson stopped Roy Harris, who is at ringside tonight, still looking well. But Emmanuel Stewart, the trainer of Lewis, predicted a finisher.
Lewis looking for the uppercut.
With left hand from Lewis, turned the punch cleverly. But Klitschko's been used to going long distances in his recent fights. 6 out of the last 7 have gone at least 9 rounds.
He's loading up an awful lot, Lennox. Trying to take a lot more out of him as he hammers that body.
Well, he's hit in about a dozen shots to the ribcage. Is Klitschko prepared to go through the pain barrier this time, to fight in the trenches? He's going to do it this time. He can't walk away from it as he did when he had the shoulder injury against Chris Cleveland.
Good left hook there from Klitschko.
He seems to be just the boss, doesn't he? Lewis looking a bit troubled and disorganised as he sags against the ropes. Is he trying to just play possum a bit and invite good boxing ability as well? Klitschko was caught there by a right hand. Luckily, it just seemed to glance off the temple rather than catch him flush. The cut's worse again for Klitschko. And it comes at a point. Well, Lewis fought well for the last 20 seconds of the round. But Klitschko breathes heavily as he goes back to the corner, and his face is a mess. Is there a cut on the cheek as well, or is that just the blood from the eye?
I think the cheeks, that's exactly the same as me. The others all to Klitschko, who's just been busier.
The crowd in this $375 million arena sense a possible shock, but it's only a possible shock of Lennox Lewis's third reign as world heavyweight champion. Our American TV colleagues had it closer, with Klitschko only a point ahead. Good shots again from the Ukrainian. Klitschko's where both these two fighters were involved. Just being around Lewis, he sensed weaknesses about him. He studied him, fought the fight 1,000 times in his head. Oh, what an uppercut from Lewis! Absolute peach, but Klitschko took that too without going down. That was right out of the textbook from Lennox.
That was really the fears. With such damage, he's still around the eye, he's still fighting, he's took some good shots, but he's still trying to work hard.
Despite Vitaly Klitschko was the first man to stop the durable Larry Donald. That was late. He has been winning his fights late in recent times. Ross Purity, Vaughan Bean, people like that from the second division. But has caused blood from Klitschko's mouth as well. He must be very, very uncomfortable in there. Gassy American judges scoring, by the way, as the heads clash on the inside again.
Real action in this round, a lot of clinching.
Sharp little left hook. And Klitschko looks strong as he pulls Lewis back across the ring. Not too worried if he has to use arms, elbows, anything. But I think Lewis tonight might have met someone who's as physically strong as him.
Yeah, I think that might be true. And if he is, Lennox will be feeling it more.
Oh, there's the uppercut again from Lewis, who is showing some championship quality because he was tired, but this is not a fighter at his peak anymore. This is around the age when Joe Lewis and Muhammad Ali came apart at the seats.
Down the level, you got to get out there, get it out there.
After the damage that Klitschko's eye.
Think it's enough?
They stopped the fight. They stopped the fight, and they're going to declare Lewis the winner. They think it was caused by a punch. It doesn't go to the scorecards. The crowd are in uproar, but Lewis is still the champion. Klitschko cannot go on because of the cuts. The end comes suddenly at the end of round 6 in a fight that must have been into balance. But I think it's going to be a row here. Should they be going to the cards?
Well, there's arguments. Klitschko's shouting no, he can't believe it.
I don't think Klitschko knows he was retired. Absolute mayhem here. Klitschko is claiming a moral victory. And it would be interesting to know what the cards were saying at that point, wouldn't it?
It certainly
Do at that point. Listen to the boos. The crowd here believe that Klitschko has got a raw deal, if indeed he has lost the fight. This is one of the most controversial finishes in heavyweight history.
Murad, acting on the advice of Dr. Paul Wallace at ringside, has called a halt to the contest because of severe injuries suffered by Klitschko. The winner, officially at the end of 6 rounds by TKO victory, and is still a heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox.
Will you give him a rematch?
You know, if it calls for, if the money's right, yeah, definitely.
Why do you think the fans were cheering him and booing you at the end?
I wouldn't say that, Larry. You know, I wouldn't really say that.
Because